Hi guys, Samantha from Jessama Tutorials here, and today we're going to make a fun project using some metallic alcohol inks, black polymer clay, metal leaf and a stamp. So first thing is to get some black polymer clay rolled out on your thickest setting of your pasta machine, and then I'm just going to be using some silver leaf. You can use any colour you want, but I find silver works the best because the alcohol ink colours show up nice and clean on it. And I'll just hack that down. Okay, and then I'm going to remove the excess. Like so. And you can use any colour of clay you want. I just prefer black personally, but again, that's just a personal preference. Okay, now let's lift that up and out of the way. And I'll bring over our stamp. Here's the pattern that I've gone with because I'm kind of going for a kind of icy shard-like effect today. But again, any stamp will work. Place that down, then I'm going to bring over the metal leaf and I'm going to place that metal leaf side down. Okay, then I'm going to bring over just something to prevent my fingers from sticking to the clay, and a tissue just fills the bill for that. And then I'm just going to press down. You can use a roller, but I prefer to use my fingers because I feel like I get a deeper imprint with that. That's just, again, personal preference. And I'll just press the entire piece into the stamp. And then I'll just lift that up. Okay. Let's give it a few more good presses, should be fine. Okay, then I'm going to lift this up and I can see that it imprinted well on that side, and then I'm going to not take it out the stamp yet. I'm going to first press it onto the tile using the stamp as a barrier so that I don't ruin the imprint. Okay, just make sure it's well stuck down just because it will make peeling this up much easier. And actually peel from the side, probably easier. Okay, there we go, and you'll see that we did get a little bit of metal leaf left up. That's fine, you can just go clean that later on. And there's our impression. Now I am going to, let's see, we're going to shake up some metal, some metallic alcohol inks. I've got a silver, blue and a gold. Any brand will work. Okay, now I'm just going to take that and I'm going to just generally dot it around. Take the silver, and this one takes a little bit more to come out, but just in general dot that around as well. And I'll do the same for the gold. Like so. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring over a little bit of green because I feel like it would look nice. And I'm just going to do it right near the outside here to see if I like it. Yes, I do. And I'm going to be a little bit more careful with where I place this. Just so that I get a little splash of colour. Okay, and I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, then I'm going to leave that to dry essentially. Okay, now it's decently dry. And now my idea now is to take paper, and the top part of the pattern should stick to the paper a bit, so we should get a little bit of lift up. If you don't want this, don't use the paper. I'm just gently applying it to the piece here. I am not pressing hard at all. I'm just trying to get it to touch most of the pattern. And if I lift up, that should lift some of the pieces up. Okay, let me do that again. And also, once baked, we can always sand off what we don't want. So I'll rub a little harder this time, get it to bond a bit maybe. I'm still not applying a lot of pressure because I don't want to flatten the texture. Okay, and then I'm going to rip quite suddenly. And you can see there it does peel up a decent amount. So I'll do that again a few times. Okay, and now I'm going to use this circle cutter to cut it out. And I'm just, since it's a circle, might as well spin to give extra cleanup. And then lift that up. Okay, then we're going to lift that off the tile. And then once it's lifted off, I'm just going to bring over this bowl very carefully. I'm going to lower that in. Just press it down. Yep. Gently, gently, gently. Making sure that it's pressed down evenly. Okay, and then once we're done with that, I'm going to pop that into the oven for a full hour at Primro's recommended temperature. Okay, here we go, it's out of the oven and I got it out of the bowl once it had cooled. And so now we are going to give it a thorough sand. So I'm going to start with a 400, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand the top area here so it's nice, smooth and fully black, and then the area over here I'm going to just go in very carefully and just sand away that top part of the metal leaf, just so that we can kind of reveal the pattern a little bit more. So just go carefully and slowly when you do this. You don't want to be sanding away too much. Just rinsing that off. Okay, and then when I've done that, I am going to go over to a 600, then a 800, and finally a 1200. I'll also sand the back of the pendant. Oh, not the pendant, the bowl. Okay, and here is how it looks after it's been sanded. So now we are going to apply a varnish. Now you can use any varnish you want. I'm going to be using a spray-on varnish, but you can use resin. Keep in mind that you won't be able to feel the texture anymore. So if you want to keep the texture but don't have a spray-on varnish, you can always use Renaissance wax or Varathane. That works as well. But this is the varnish that I am using today. Okay. So I'm going to spray that on the back first, and I'm actually going to do this on a piece of paper so that I don't get all over the tile. Okay. Okay. And carefully lift that up. Now it's alright if the base doesn't have varnish, that's fine. There we go, and you can see how nice that looks. Then you're going to leave that for about 12 hours to dry. Okay, and here it is after it has dried. So it's a cute little ring dish. You could obviously make it bigger if you wanted to. I just went with the pattern so that we had this nice radial design. You can also obviously make the veneer into a pendant or just about anything you want to. It really depends on the texture that you're using as well. Technique as well, you can use different colour alcohol inks, different colour metal leaf, different colour base clay. Really there's lots of things that you can do to change the end result, but use the same effect, the same techniques. So feel free to play around and have some fun. I do hope this tutorial was helpful to you. If it was, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.